With sorrowful hearts, we regret to announce the death of Michael Dubois, better known as Kentris of Talvin, Babonneau, who passed away at the Victoria Hospital on Thursday, 26 June 2014 at 7:35 p.m. He was 76 years old. Left to mourn his wife, Theresa Dubois, also known as Ifami, of Talvin. Sons, Philip Dubois of Pébouche, Babonneau, Elvis Dubois residing in Barbados, Terry Dubois, also known as Gary, or South of Talvin, Babonneau. Daughters, Lydia Dubois, also known as Iluna, of Talvin, Babonneau, employed with Windjammer Landing Hotel. Sandra Dubois Stephen, also known as Darky, of Talvin, Babonneau, office assistant at the Babonneau Constituency Council. Cynthia Dubois Clarence, also known as Annette, residing in Brooklyn, New York. Grandchildren, Ryan Joseph of Talvin, Babonneau, Ranix Dubois of Talvin, employed with Le Sport Hotel, Curlin Lucien of Talvin, Babonneau, employed with Café Olé, Kishma Flora, also known as Cindy, residing in Dominica, Trevia Stephen of Talvin, student of the Forso Primary School, Alana Dubois of Talvin, Babonneau, Maradona Smith, residing in Brooklyn, New York, Joanna Smith, also known as Anna, residing in Brooklyn, New York, Jonathan Dubois of Talvin, employed with Palace Interiors, Wendell Dubois, residing in Barbados, Kellyanne Dubois of Talvin, employed with ShopRite, Kimani Dubois, residing in Barbados, Shania Rosemond in Barbados, Barry Dubois of Talvin, employed with Sandals Halcyon, Teresia Dubois of Lastic Hill, student of the George Charles Secondary School, Terica Dubois, also known as Makiba, student of the Forso Primary School, Florentius, Stephane, and Jamal David, all of Pébouche, Babonneau, Jason Moore, residing in Grenada, Devon Maximen of Talvin, Garner Maximen, residing in Canada, Nadia St. Rose of Denry. Great-grandchildren, Chauvis Emmanuel, student of the Forso Primary School, Colleen Smith, residing in Brooklyn, New York, Maya Dubois, student of the Labrie Primary School, Hannah Alphonse, student of the Forso Daycare, Deontay Cassimy, student of the Eucharist SDA School. Adopted children, Elisha Maximen, employed with Sandals Grand, Malika Cassimy of Talvin, Claudia Alexander, residing in Florida, Sister Agnes Emmanuel of Chassé, Babonneau, brothers Stephen Eugene, also known as Russell, of Debarra, Norris, residing in England. Nieces, Honorable Alvina Reynolds, Parliamentary Representative for Babonneau, Minister of Health, Wellness, Human Services and Gender Relations, Theresa Dubois of Chassé, Florence Dubois, residing in St. Thomas, Bufalina Samuel, also known as Usilla, of Talvin, Rebecca Melius, also known as Alsace, of Laguerre, Laureen Joseph, teacher at the Babonneau Primary School, Carol Montout Carew, employed with Slaspa, Monica Edwin of Corinth, Sandra Dubois, residing in the USA, Theresa Eugene, residing in the USA, Adeline Cherry of Lacroix, Babonneau, Daria Flood of Grand Riviere Groselet, Lorna Flood Elysia of Bishop Gap, Castries, Veronica Pierre of Caco, employed at Victoria Hospital, nephews Francis Dubois of Chassé, Felix Dubois, residing in St. Thomas, Curtis Emmanuel, residing in the USA, Larry Yonker, also known as Reds, minibus driver M597, Route 5C, George Lochter, also known as Joey Taylor, of Babonneau, Francis Montout of Foisson, Edwin Reynolds of Foisson, Michael Flood of Grand Riviere Groselet, Egbert Flood, residing in England, Lawrence Eugene of Lacroix, Emmanuel Alfred, employed with Ministry of Tourism, Akenson Thomas, also known as Tom, residing in Brooklyn, New York. Grandnieces and nephews, Anna George of Chassé, Babonneau, Schumer Samuel of Talvin, employed of Glass Supermarket. Natasha Samuel, residing in Canada. Zoe Samuel, student of the Forsaw Primary School. Kervin Samuel of Talvin, employed of Golden Eagles Farm. Nigel Samuel of Talvin. Lauren Maffre, residing in the USA. Vincent Dubois of Forsaw. Kendall Lochter of Babonneau. Tardis Yonker of Forsaw. Angie Weeks, residing in Barbados. Ted Lochter of Barbados. Aunts: Agatha Louiseau and family of Chassé Babonneau. Williana Thomas and family of Chassé Babonneau. Yusuf Fanis and family of Chassé Babonneau. Angela Flood, also known as Chapelle of Lacroix, Babonneau. Eunice Remy and family of Chassé Babonneau. Pamela Eugene of Gara. Cynthia Edward of Gara. Uncles: Rollins Thomas and family residing in Trinidad. George Thomas, also known as Joy, and family of Chassé. Stephen Benjamin and family, Kentry Eugene of Gara. Grand aunt: Mildred Bissett and family of Gara. Sisters-in-law: Gloria David and family of Talvin, Babonneau. Mary Delaire and family of Talvin, Babonneau. Brothers-in-law: George John, residing in Trinidad. Paris John, residing in the USA. Andrew Emmanuel of Chassé Babonneau. Daughters-in-law: Marietta Dubois, also known as Selena, residing in Trinidad. Anne Dubois of Talvin, Babonneau. Crescentia Dubois of Talvin. Beverly Dubois, residing in Barbados. Sons-in-law: Christopher DeLise of Talvin. Trevor Stephen of Balata. Henry Clarence, residing in the USA. Best friend: Mr. Henry of Tishime. Close friends: Mary Jacoby of Talvin, who was also his caretaker. Nora Ja of Tishime, who was also his caretaker. Henry David, also known as Papi, and family of Talvin. Titor and family of Monmouthsy. Kenny and Titus Midor and family of Talvin. Augustine Lionel and family of Monmouthsy. Eric DeLise and family of Chassé. Benjamin Florenville and family of Babonneau. Yevi and family of Cabiche. Janice DeLise and family of Kako. Angela Midor and family. Neptune Silly and family of Forsaw. Claudia Francis of Lastic Hill. Judith Raymond and family of Talvin. Christopher Maximin and the boys on the block. Catherine Maffre of Denry. Andrew Henry of Monmouthsy. Minels Wilfred and family of Talvin. Miss Qualita of Forsaw. Clifford George of Talvin. Leonard Joseph of Monmouthsy. Rosalia of Talvin. Prevost Mandest, also known as El Paso of Kako. Extended family: the Valas family of Debarra, Gara, and the USA. The Nelson family of Debarra. The Dubois family of Gara, Debarra, Chassé, Talvin, and Denry. The Thomas family of Chassé. The John family of Talvin. The Samuel family of Talvin and Babonneau. The Eugene family of Gara. The David family of Gara. The Finisterre family of Debarra, Balata, and Leclerc. The Reynolds family of Forsaw. The Gasper family of Forsaw. The Tousse family of Forsaw. Also left to mourn: children of his deceased aunt, Mahari of Marsha. Children of his deceased uncles, Clevance Thomas of Chassé. Hamilton Silly of Trinidad. Clayton Reynolds of Trinidad. Children of his deceased aunt, Agni Montoute. Children of his deceased uncle, Torrance Reynolds. Members of the Bethany SDA Church. The Northeastern District of Seventh-day Adventists. Members of the Bon Nouvelle District. Members of the St. Lucia Labour Party. Residents of Talvin and the entire community of Babonneau. The funeral service of the late Michael Dubois, better known as Kentris, will take place at the Bethany SDA Church in Kako, Babonneau, on Sunday, July 6, 2014 at 2 p.m. The body will then be laid to rest at the Forsaw Cemetery. The body now lies at the Rambali's Funeral Parlor, Calvary Road, Castries. Transportation will be available from Debarra, Balata, Talvin, and Forsaw to the church, cemetery, and back Buses leave at 1 p.m.